Steve agus fáilte, welcome. My name is Brendan and welcome to OnlineGrinds.ie. Tonight's lesson, Úrscéal, we're going to talk about your Úrscéal, which is a novel, and the Úrscéal we're talking about is on Triail, which is a trial. So it's a drama and it's all about a trial that happens because of what we call a tragóide, tragedy, or a tubaiste, same thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to run through, you see on the PowerPoint there, I will be speaking a lot of Berlin, not a lot in English tonight because it's a very, how do I say it, there's a lot of deep meanings to this novel. There's more to it than just the story. It's a lot to do with society, it's a lot to do with the characteristics of society, how society has evolved since the 50s in Ireland up until now. The rules and regulations. Ireland is a place of rules and regulations, and how people treated these rules, whether they accepted them or whether they broke these rules, we'll see. Okay, and you'll see on your PowerPoint there, on Triail, Fimínacht agus Éireann. And in this story, I keep calling it, and I probably will keep calling it a story as we go through, but you'll know what I mean. There's a story to the drama. The two words that I mentioned there, Fimínacht and Éireann, you might have this done Úrscéal in school. Fimínacht is hypocrisy. Okay, if we take the T away from Fimínacht and call it a Fimínach, that's a hypocrite. Okay, so there's massive hypocrisy in this story. You remember that, and Éireann, which is irony. There's major irony in the story as well. Okay, and I want you to think smuoinnig ar an dá occultin. I want you to think of those two words as we go through the presentation here and as we do our notes ar an clár bán. Okay, mata ein cheiste of all the notes are on the website, so if you want to download them, that's absolutely fine. And there are questions there for you to answer as well. Okay, so on Triail. Drama sitje in Éireann. So it's a drama, and keep remembering the words Fimínacht, hypocrisy, and irony. Okay, drama sitje in Éireann, a Lauren Chéad Chacata. So it's a drama that's situated in Ireland in the middle of the last century. A lán mohuchan ag sníomh frídin drama. So it's a lot of emotions. It's a very emotional drama. Meandering through the play, as I wrote there, ag sníomh. Trua agus más ar an bríomh character. Okay, so there's pity and there's respect for the main character, who is Máire. Okay, and you'll see how Máire gets stronger. She's a weak character who gets stronger as the play goes on, and it turns into a tragóide, a tragedy at the very end. Okay, I'm going to explain the story, what actually happens, and then we'll go through the notes. But I'll go through the presentation dús. Okay, again, what any questions, send it in. Tá nimínacht agus an tíreán le bra go láidir sa scéal. So the hypocrisy and the irony can be felt strongly throughout the story. Okay, if you understand how life worked in Ireland in the 50s and the 60s, you will understand what's actually going on in this drama. Okay, Meon na tíre ag an nám. The mentality of the country at the time, it was in the grip of an English. Okay, the clergy had a grip on society in regard to rules and regulations, and society respected, I suppose maybe a sense of fear, that they feared the clergy. So when we see them, what actually happens throughout, you will see the grip that it has, on society. Okay, so that's on Triail. Okay, any questions on that? Send them in. On Triail, so your brief character, you got Máire, Pádraig, Molly, Shani na Water, on Maher, her mother, Sean agus Liam. Okay, so Máire, who is the main character. Okay, so this whole thing revolves around Máire, who's a young girl living in rural Ireland in the 50s. Okay, Pádraig, and a word I'm going to give you later on is a slímadór. Slímadór is like a kind of a slimy character. Okay, who's got what we call bu in the cante, or he's got mínach the cante. He's got the gift of the gab. Okay, and everything seems to fall perfectly for him until the end. Okay, he's a duine gan chunchis. He's a person without conscience. Okay, Molly is probably it's where we see the irony in the whole story. Molly is a stripa, she's a prostitute in the drama. Okay, but she's the only. You think of Ireland in the 50s. Okay, Ireland was I suppose maybe a stronger Christian place back then, and everybody would have had Christian values, or to help people. If you're a Christian, you help people, but the actual general public in this story don't help. They don't help Máire. Okay, the only person who helps her is Molly. Molly is the prostitute, which is a moral, mi voralach. Okay, So the irony being, she's the, as they call her, immoral, but she's the one who shows the Christian characteristics. She's the one who helps Molly. So there's very, very strong irony in that, if you understand what I'm saying. Okay. Any questions on it? Send it in. Shawnee na Water. Shawnee na Water is the one of the men who come to the Tacht Tarman, which is a halfway house, okay, where Maura is having her baby, and you know he's the only man who comes there, so they all kind of like him, and Shawnee's feeling great about himself. But it turns out at the end that Shawnee is a feminine. He's a hypocrite as well. On Maher, so you got Maura's mother, okay, who is Sharav. Sharav is bitter. She's bitter because she's got 3 kids to rear. Her husband has died. So she's bitter maybe that her husband left her to rear 3 kids. She's very protective of her daughter. Okay. Sean and Liam. Sean and Liam are what you would call maybe slightly shallow people. Okay. Sean is going for the priesthood. Okay. Which again would have been a great I suppose vocation or job back then. And Liam would have been in charge of the farm. Okay, which would have been typical of Ireland in the 50s. Okay, Sean going to the priesthood, Liam going to keep the farm going, and Maura's mother wanted her to go to join the nuns, the Mná Rialta. And you think about it, Mná Rialta. Okay, women rule, women who rule. Okay, Mná Rialta. So think of the Aglish who rule, the clergy who rule at this time. Okay, Parsa Jifrula. So different personalities or different characters with different traits. Okay, character la smuinte Jifrula. Characters with different thoughts or different ideas. Molly, the Steeple, doesn't care what people think about her. She doesn't. Molly does her own thing and thinks, well, I'm going to do it whether you like it or not. Okay, so maybe Molly was a little bit ahead of her time, and she would have a lot of frustration among people there. And then you've got Ban E Hinchley. Ban E Hinchley, just think of is a Dinna Ard Nosach, who's a snob, and she's a person that Maura goes to work for. I'm going to tell you the story now in a second. Ard Nosach, who's kind of got high notions of herself, or she's a snob. Okay, so these characters are kind of integral or important in regard to the development, Ferbert on drama, or the development of the drama. Úrscéal, so Maura, Collinog Sinanta, so a young, innocent girl, Atana Coney Lena Maher, who lives with her mother, Agus Draharacha, her brothers, Sean and Liam. Now, Sean, Stoggart going for the priesthood, Liam going to be in charge of the farm. Pádraig, other character, Mínach na Cantan. Now, we can use the word Mínach, who's got a kind of, Mínach na Cantan basically means he's got the gift of the gab, or he's got a talent. You could also use Bua. Tá Bua na Cancha. He's got it's same as Mínach, okay? You got Molly Stripach, who's the prostitute. Stehen the Christiachta. She's got the character, the Christian traits. She helps Molly because she sees, or helps Maura because she sees if Maura is in trouble. Shawnee na Water, at the beginning, we like him. Towards the end, we think, okay, that lad is not all he seems to be. He's a feminuk, he's a hypocrite. And then you got Banny Hinchley, who is Ard Nosach. Okay? Now, Pádraig, going back up there, Pádraig is married already, okay? And his wife is sick, okay? But that doesn't bother him. It doesn't bother him in regards to going drinking, going off with other women, and so forth. So it's dinna gone conscience. He hasn't got a conscience, okay? Again, more irony there, because that would have been frowned upon by the clergy. But because he was who he was the headmaster's son. You know, this was not even considered. Okay. Be more in the sorry. Egan Downsa. So what happened one night? Be more in the Coney Lena Maher. She was living with her mother, Ban Sharavach. Okay, she was a bitter woman. A Droher Liam, her brother Liam, a Vieg Dullish Sagar, she was going for the priesthood, and Sean a Ver Vile Anyedem, okay, who would be in charge of the farm. Vian Maher Jean, she was very strict on Maura. Margaret Collinog Sinantavine, because she was a young, innocent girl. Okay? And then the last part there, the last point there in the presentation on Úrscéal, Intas the Nintas. So surprise, surprise, before she got permission to go to the dance one night. Okay? So living with her mother, Sean and Liam. She got permission to go to the dance one night. Mother very strict on her. On Triail, Egan Downsa, Vul Sheila Pádraig. So here she met Pádraig, or Chas Sheila Pádraig. Shlimador, mentioned that already. Shlimador, a Rev Mínach na Cantan. So he was kind of this slimy character who had a kind of a talent for talking or chatting. Vishi an Toka Lesh. She was very taken with him, very impressed with him because of her Sinanta. And I have 2 letters there, S and S. If you think of Sinanta and Sainta, innocent, gullible. Okay? Very, very gullible. Once Pádraig would say tomorrow, oh, you're Tatuga Hall and you're beautiful and all this, she swallowed all of this. So she was really, really taken in by him. So Val And the word we're going to use is vel is the verb to lure or to attract, okay? Vel she I. He lured her, okay? Because he knew she said that she was innocent and that she was saying that. Solawad. So after a while, after going to the dance, so she was given permission to go to the dance, met Pádraig, he chatted her up, they started going out, and Solawad, before long, Bishi Gumper Clina. She became pregnant. And we could say Vishi a Gumper Clina or Vishi Torach. And it's good to use a variety of words. You could say Exul as well. Okay, both of them, this one here, they both mean pregnant. So you got three ways of saying it there. Gumper clinic, carrying a family, Torach pregnant, exul, expecting. Okay, the bar ferige amor. So her mother was angry. Okay, I'm asking you. I'm going to send a question out here, see if anybody can give me an answer back. Cén fág gur bar ferige amor. Why was her mother really angry? Was it because Mara got pregnant, or is there a deeper reason to it? Okay, so if anybody could send me in an answer, then boy, I'd be appreciative. Okay, right. Bhí nára amor rivan sochi agus cór an aglish. Okay, I'm not going to explain that because that's part of the answer. Triail I'll explain it in a minute. Triail an mahar fal réilish an báis. So the mother trying to get rid of the baby. Okay, again, this irony here, where she's this Christian, the clergy would have frowned upon, getting rid of the baby, but the mother tried. Okay, which again, irony there. Real na haglasha, the rule of the clergy, strong iron, strong irony. Near Iri Glay, her mother did not succeed in getting rid of the baby. Okay. Drama, lán le iron, so it's a drama full of irony, full of fiminocht, full of hypocrisy. Aspects in the Christiachta, so the lack of Christian traits or Christian characteristics. Dina laga agus dina laidra. Okay, so you got strong, weak people. We got strong people. Okay. True agus ultarina. Because his mother wants her to go into the nuns. Yeah, okay, that could be. Thank you, Pádraig, that you sent that, or Paddy, is it? Sorry, sent that in. Her mother wanted her to join the nuns. Fair enough. Or maybe she was more afraid of what society would think. That society would think, oh God, she had a baby out of wedlock, single mother, okay, and she'd be naughty. Her mother would be embarrassed in front of the whole society. She wouldn't be able to show her face again, okay. And again, you have to keep thinking this is back in 50s Ireland, okay, 1950s, okay. So again, the clergy. But thanks, Paddy. Good answer. Dina lagas, Dina logi. You'll see weak people, see strong people throughout the drama. Trua agus ultarinar. So you feel pity and you feel anger for certain people in the play. And there's a lot of frustration in regard from the reader's point of view, thinking, well, why didn't someone do something? Why was life like that? Okay, Avlod and Tucky. So how society has kind of evolved from the 50s up to now. Okay, if you think about it, it was the grip of the clergy, and to an extent it is maybe now, but not as much as it was back then. Okay, Keshtina. Drama. Do you feel sorry for anyone? Do you feel sympathy or pity for anyone in the play? Okay. Kehi, no Kehe, who is the strongest character in the play? Okay. I'm actually going to send that out. If anyone tell me who do you think is the strongest character in the play? On Gurnche, Ulk or Farragut, does it make you angry? Okay. Ken Fa, why? Ogs Will and Sochi Maringania, is society the same as it is today? Okay. Well, Mara goes to the dance, she becomes pregnant. What happens is her mother tries to get rid of the baby. She doesn't succeed. So what she does is she goes and she gets a job in Banny Hinchley's house. Banny Hinchley is this Christian woman. She gives her a job cleaning the house. Now Maura's not showing at this stage, but when Banny Hinchley kind of notices that Maura's pregnant, she thinks, oh my God, what would the neighbours say? What would the neighbours say? Cadidirach na Corson. She thinks, okay, well, I'm going to call the social worker. So she calls a lady called Úrscéal. And Úrscéal comes to the house and says, listen, Maura, what's going to happen is you're pregnant, you're a single mother. When you have the baby, we're going to take the baby away and give it to parents who can take care of it. Ara Hurt and Fosta. Okay? This is where we see Maura get a little bit stronger, where she actually says, well, no, you won't do that. Okay, that's not what I want. I want to keep my baby. Okay? Back then, if you were weak, they would have taken the baby away. But Maura, you see Maura at the start, sinanta, innocent, gullible. Now she's getting a little bit stronger. She's kind of standing up for herself. Okay? So she says no. So what happens is she goes to what's called a Chach Charman. And a Chach Charman is a halfway house where the single mothers would have gone or single girls who were pregnant would have gone to have their babies, okay, so that nobody kind of knew about it, and then the babies would be taken away and given to other families.